Pray, brothers, pray. Hold on a second. The Millilenal Gift. Thank you, motherfucker. See, what people have failed to understand and failed to realize is that in every generation is born with gifts and curses. There's positives and negatives, trade-offs, good and negative. And the beauty of being a millennial, which I am a part of, the millennial group, the beauty, oh shit, we got a whole situation going on. They got niggas pulled over and everything. Anyway, the beauty of being a millennial is that you're the last of the regular human beings before all these new internet niggas came out. Now I think Gen Alpha from the ashes, which is probably the next Hitler, because them motherfuckers gonna have a lot of hate in their heart, man. From what I'm hearing with the Gen Alpha group, is that the Gen Alpha people, all these guys, they're telling me that all their friends are gay, all the girlfriends have multiple boyfriends, the boys are all feminized, they're all trans, everybody's trannies. They're fucked. They're super fucked. That's Gen Alpha. And there's gonna be a couple of savages that got their mind right, that are just gonna be just hateful of everything, and they're gonna definitely be a problem in the future. About 10, 20 years, Gen Alpha's gonna be a motherfucking problem, a super problem. And we probably won't have any kids. The population decline will be so great. Just pray, people, pray. But anyway, I go back to the beginning. The millennial gift. Listen, if you are a millennial, you got a chance. You're the last people that got a chance. Our group of people, we are the salvation of the West. Those of us that have not given up. The grand majority of our millennials have given up, trying to be fit, and they have they've actually become worse than Gen Z because they know how to utilize old human principles and ideologies and tactics, but they're so lazy and just they just don't give a shit about stuff that they use it for bad. They don't use it for good. There's a couple of people that are in the Gen Millennial group, which is my group, who are preaching the light. Because the beautiful thing about being a millennial is that you have the advantage of both technology and old world experience. We exist in a time before cell phones, and a lot of people can't comprehend that. They're like the modern person, the modern human being today, does not remember a time before cell phones. If you are younger than a millennial, you do not. There's never been a time in your life where everybody around you did not have a cell phone by like 5th to 6th grade. So your understanding of the world is completely foreign to what I was understanding. I was outside walking in the 7th, 8th grade high school. I was walking to people's houses, knocking on doors. I wasn't calling or texting shit. I was just pulling up. That's why, like, when I deal with women, it's so fucking weird to them. I'm just pulling up. I don't care. Double texting, triple texting, quadruple texting. It makes no difference to me. I don't care. And see, a lot of you guys have phone game tactics. These retarded phone games. And I don't understand the phone games. I don't get it. Because once again, I lived in a time prior to the goddamn internet and prior to fucking phones. And so I'm used to being gangsterism, which is walking up in your face and saying, hello, how you doing? Here's a love note. Here's some shit I drew for you. And motherfuckers look at me like, ah? Like I'm gonna tell you, man, any other time period in life, I would be just the Don Dada. But now I'm like a savage. I am a savage caveman in a time period that makes no sense to me. None of this shit around me makes any sense. That's why I love doing the handyman shit, because it's the only thing that makes sense. Because I either do it or I don't do it. Everything else is fucking confusing to me. It's all fucking confusing. And I'm so fucking confused because in my brain it all makes sense. And when I talk to older people, it makes perfect sense. But then when you get to these fucking millennials and these Gen Zs and these Gen Xers, whatever the fuck, these niggas is like confused. All of them are confused. They're all walking around overly emotional. Everybody got a fucking tampon in their ass. Everybody just fucking sad, confused, and emotional, and lost. And then we try to give these motherfuckers some directions. They want to fight you on it. And you're like, why the fuck are you fighting me on it? Why are you fighting me on this shit? Like the big idea of not being married. marriage is the institution is broken. The institution's not broken. These niggas is broken. Dudes is fucking broken. We gotta repair the man. If we repair the man, repair all this shit. How much the fucking Jesse Lee Peterson? Stop trying to fix society and start fixing the man. You fix the fucking man, the man fixes society. We got a bunch of broken dudes. A bunch of overly emotional, a bunch of lazy, a bunch of fucking quitter ass niggas. Twig boys, that's what we call them. Twig crying boys. Niggas don't show up to do what they're supposed to do. Niggas be complaining all day. Niggas got attitudes. Niggas walk around zesty. And they're taking up all, well actually no, they're not taking up all the women. Women are basically just fucking bleeding these motherfuckers. These guys just let them get played. They have become the modern day woman. That's what has happened. The role has reversed. Most guys they behave much like women. And women have behaved much like shitty dudes. So we got a bunch of guys who act like bitches and a bunch of women who are trying to act like men. And then we have the excellent, the sapiens, which I would include myself, who are the upstanding gentlemen who act like fucking men. But the problem is, everybody's so used to acting and behaving with this introverted fucking society of women who act like dudes and guys that act like bitches, that when an actual man steps in the fucking building, motherfuckers are shook. Everybody's scared and terrified of this nigga. And I'm just looking around like, what the fuck, man? Why is any of this going on? How we get here? That really is my largest question for most days. How the fuck did we get here? I be walking around, I be seeing shit. Like today, I went to a job today, saw a gorgeous girl, and apparently she's lesbian, or whatever the fuck that means. And she had like a bunch of cats. Now I'm looking at this girl, and she's looking at me. She's giving me the signs. And I'm just looking, I'm just like, why in the fuck, like, why are you lesbian? why are you guys in a house? You might as well just move me in this motherfucker. Let me just run it. Why is there two, like, you guys can't defend the house? You guys can't have no kids? You guys gotta call a man over to come do shit all the time anyway. Like, fuck it, just move me in. That's what I be looking, that's why I swear to fucking God, man. 90% of situations I come into, I look at the shit, and I say, why in the fuck is any of this going on? Who set this up? Whose idea was this? You guys want a better idea? I'll give you a better idea. How about you shut this whole dumb shit down? Put me in charge. And that's what I'm starting to pick up on as I'm getting older, as I'm kind of just like realizing, I'm like, dude, just put me in charge. The older I get, the more you start to realize, dude, I have to be in charge. I gotta be responsible for this, because if not, then the dum-dums are gonna get to it, and when the dum-dums get to it, then it's gonna be a bigger problem that I'm gonna end up cleaning up anyway, because they're gonna pay me to clean up the fucking problem anyway. So I might as well get ahead of the fucking problem and get all the rewards and shit before it fucking blows up. And that's kind of what we're doing in America, man. Like, we got a bunch of fucking idiots running, a bunch of old people, a bunch of women running, and it's going down the fucking shitter. And America's basically just like, please, somebody save us. Can a man just step in and save this motherfucker? Like, we're making it right for the taking. Because somebody, we tried everything. We got the immigrants in. We passed all these LGBTQ fucking ZYTUR laws. We crashed the economy, raised the debt ceiling. We flashed back on the student loan forgiveness, then came back to it. We're just begging. Can somebody just come and save it? Can somebody just run for it, come and save it? And I'm looking like, you know what? God damn it. God fucking damn it. I'll do it. Apex for president. And fuck that president shit. I need to be king. I'm declaring myself king. I'm not doing the president shit. See, I'm not doing 4 years and I'm leaving. Nah. If I'm gonna do this shit, I need to my lifetime. I need to build a succession plan, because this shit's out of control. And that's what I'm realizing with most people's lives. People need somebody just to tell them what to do. People need somebody just to tell them what to do. I'm realizing most people cannot think for themselves. Like, some people are just like, man, you think a lot. I'm like, y'all don't think? What the fuck are you doing with your brain then? Well, like, hold on, like, You tell me you don't think. He's like, no, it's hard to think. I don't like thinking. What? Are you fucking serious? You're like, I don't know how you do it. I'm like, nigga, because I have to think. Who the fuck you think is like? How do you think I talk to you for 20 minutes or 15 minutes straight on a live? How do you think I can do that? Or an hour? Because I'm thinking while I'm talking. This is just a stream of consciousness. This is just from like the gods. The gods are just like, hey, there's an antenna that's working. Let's send them some information. I just let it flow. It's not. This is straight from the fucking heart. There is no script. There's no pre-decided. I just put down a topic. I say, okay, let it go. Let's fucking run it. And so when I actually take the time to sit down and actually plot shit out and think it out, it's always gold. I don't come up with anything else that's not gold. I don't know how to not come up with anything that's not brilliant. I don't. It's just, but what I realize is my brilliancy is so far ahead of his time. So far ahead of his fucking time that by the time people get to it, it's already old. It doesn't fucking, it's useless. And so what I'm trying to figure out is like, how do I put things in dumb talk? That's what I have to try to figure out. How do I put things in dumb talk so I can help more dum-dums? And that's a hard task. I can't lie to you. That's a hard one. Because what you have to understand about the dum-dum is a creature of great resistance. They resist everything that is a productive and constructive use. So when dealing with the dum-dum, you have to learn how to trick the dum-dum. The dum-dum must be tricked into productivity. Because you can't just incentivize the dum-dum with good stuff. You can't. Like, I mean, you can't provide logic and good reasoning to the dum-dum to get them to do something. And you also can't use fear on the dum-dum. Because if the dum-dum really understood like fear, they wouldn't be dum-dums. They would make better choices. But because society is so safe, the dum-dum can be able to exist without much fear. It's the whole ignorance is bliss. It's the reason why people end up at jobs for like 50 years and they take a pension and then they're broke and old and retired and they don't realize that you retire. As soon as you retire, like your health benefits, I mean not health, but your health deteriorates. Because man needs to be working at all time. Man always got to be doing something productive and constructive. Now the bit of like what you want for retirement is, the whole point of retirement is to be able to do and work what you want to work on. But this idea that you're going to retire and not do shit and just sit in front of the couch and watch TV, dog, that's a miserable existence. It's miserable. You gotta be doing something. You gotta be doing something. Always be doing something. Whether it's working out, training, something. Drawing, artists, so forth and so forth. But anyway, back to the dum-dums. Let's see, wait, hold on. Make sure my phone's still working. Alright, let's see who's reaching out. Fuck Gen Z. I can agree with that, sir. Cooked ass organization, man. Them niggas, I don't know if anybody productive is coming out of Gen Z. Mr. Beast came out of Gen Z, man. Now you can see what the fuck that is, man. But anyway, as I further progress, the issue is with life and what we're kind of going through is the millennial has been given a gift. See, the boomers did a fucking number. The boomers did a fucking number on Generation X. And Generation X got a lot of dark overtones, and they're kind of just the depressed group because they got shitted on, they got held from power, they were subservient for all their lives by the boomers. And now, as the boomers begin to die off, the boomers did something very, very tragic, which is they held on to power position. That's why we have Trump and Biden once again running for presidency in 2024, despite being in their mid-70s. Because we have no Generation X people who are trying to run. Because Generation X generally just doesn't even want power. They kind of just grant the power to the millennials, which is us. Like a lot of Generation X, it's like boomers, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, and then we got Generation Alpha. So the boomers held on to power way too long, held on to all resources, kept the fucking Gen X basically down for their whole entire generation, never gave them a chance to uprise or take power positions. And so the Gen X never got groomed for power positions. And so they're used to just working a job and that's it. They just work a job, go to a job, stay at the job. That's Gen X. Millennials, we're kind of in tune to what's going on with the world because we got the internet and we grew up in whole world time. So we're looking at this shit like, yo, there ain't no social security, ain't no pensions, unstable job market, terrible benefits. Life is fucking difficult. Relationships are garbage. And so a lot of millennials woke up like, shit, ain't nobody coming to save us, nigga. So Gen millennials, like, we're kind of just like out there going to get it. Going to get it. We know that influence shit is not real because we live in time prior to influencers. But the generation below us, Gen Z, these niggas are like, I call them, they should be like the great delusional era. Because all of them believe they're going to be entrepreneurs, even though they don't have any skills. They all believe that they are influence worthy. They all want to be social media stars. They're all fucking lazy. They're all overly emotional. They all need to be fucking babysitted. And like the managerial roles. The managerial roles for a lot of these people, like, you have to be like a dad to them. You're basically their fucking dad. A lot of these niggas are looking for a male role model or a father figure, which is incredible. So generation of millennials, it's like we're the only father generation around. Gen X doesn't know how to be like adults. Well, no, Gen X is like the shelter. They're like the shelter animal. Like, they're just scared to come out the fucking cage. Gen Z, cooked, or the fried youth. Gen Alpha still this horrifying game. We're gonna probably get our next Hitler for Gen Alpha. So the millennials, it's up to millennials to essentially save the fucking planet. Or save the West for the most part. And so we have basically just entered this stage where if Gen Z, what the hell? That nigga's on the bike chatting a chick up. I said, good for homie, brother. So basically, essentially, millennials, if you're a millennial, reach out to your boy because we have to take positions of power. We're the only people left to fight. There's nobody else that's gonna fight to be worth the fuck in this goddamn society. Everybody's basically cooked out. They're done. There's very few males within the fucking the society that wants to do anything that's worth the fuck. And that's it, man. It's the cooked revolution. So I have to say, pray, people. Pray, men. Pray, women. Pray, children. Because Lord knows we need it. Fuck Gen Z.